mathematicians out there in TV land. I'm Max with Mr. Teng, and you're watching Math Homework Helpers Shorts. And what do we have today, Mr. Teng?
Hey Max, how you doing today, buddy?
Good.
All right, so we're working with our first grade friends today, and we are going to be in our home connection for Unit 2, Module 3, Session 2.
Cool beans.
All right, so the first thing we have is this little cute dog.
I love it.
And some dominoes here. So what we're going to do is
Wait a minute. We have to give the dog a name, Mr. Teng.
All right, what do you want to name the dog, Max?
Pippen.
Pippen?
Pippen. P-I-P-I-N.
All right.
Yes, 2 P's. That's correct.
Ready to go?
I'm ready now.
All right, so now that we have our dog Pippen here,
Pippen.
we're going to draw dots on the right side of each card to make 10. And then we're going to write the fact family to match it. So the first example is already done. The first card had 6, and how many more do we need to make 10?
6, 7, 8, oh, 4.
So 4. So we had 4 dots drawn here. And then we were able to write the whole entire fact family. 6 plus 4 is 10. 4 plus 6 is 10. 10 minus 6 is 4. 10 minus 4 is 6. So we're going to do the rest of these for A, B, C, and D.
This is pretty complex stuff, but it sounds fun.
It does sound fun, doesn't it? So let's start off. What do we need to know first for A?
How many circles we have there in that first box, I think.
All right. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7.
Okie dokies.
So if we have 7, let's go a little darker than that.
So now we got to figure out how many more makes 10, right?
Yep. So 7 plus what is going to equal 10?
Let's see, 7, 8, 9, 10, 3.
Okay. Love the way you did that. So we counted on from 7. We had 8, 9, 10. So we had 3. So 7 plus 3 equals 10. So now that we have our whole fact family, we can go from there.
Okay.
So we have 7 plus 3 equals 10. What's another addition one we could use with the same numbers?
How about 3 plus 7?
So we have 3 plus 7 equals 10. All right, so now we have both the addition equations. Let's go ahead and do our subtraction ones.
So for subtracting, I guess we have to start with 10, right?
So what do you want to subtract first?
Let's do 10 minus 7.
Okay, and that equals?
That would equal 3.
And we could do the other one if we have 10 minus
3
equals?
7.
Awesome.
Cool.
Way to go. Do you get the hang of it?
I do. This is really fun. Can we do another one?
Let's do another one.
All right.
So here we have 1.
But that's it?
How many more do we need to get to 10?
Well, let's see. If we only have 1, we need 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Wow, 9 more.
Okay, so we have, you said 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Awesome. So that's 9 more. So we have 1 plus 9 equals 10. Or
9 plus 1 equals 10.
I think you're really getting the hang of this, Max.
I do too.
All right. What about our subtraction?
So now we have to think subtraction. Okay, so 10 minus 1 equals 9. Or 10 minus 9 equals Pippen. No, I'm just kidding. Equals 1.
Equals Pippen. Equals 1. Actually, all these 1s and 9s and 0s look like Pippen.
Oh my goodness, you're right.
Kind of does.
It's the artistic eye.
All right. So boys and girls, I hope you're seeing the pattern here. We start with what we know, and then we have to figure out what we're missing to get to 10. And then from there, we can use all those numbers together to make a fact family up to 10.
And that's the facts.
All right, let's do one more.
Okie dokies.
Right.
Wait, can we do the one letter D there? It
Yeah,
looks crazy.
Okay, let's do that one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10.
Wait a minute. That's all of them.
That's all of them. So if we have 10 on the left-hand side, how many more do we need on the right to get to 10?
0.
So then I don't do anything at all.
That's pretty cool.
So then how do we write our fact family?
Well, I guess we start with 10 plus 0 equals 10.
All right.
And you could say 0 plus 10 equals 10. And then if we're going to subtract, we got to start with the 10. Minus 0 equals 10. Or, what's the other one, Mr. Teng?
It would just be 10 minus 0 again.
Oh, 10 minus 0 equals 10.
Yeah, because that was going to get a little tricky there, huh?
It was.
Because we weren't sure what to subtract from that. You wouldn't be able to do 0 minus 10
Right.
or 10 minus 10.
Interesting.
Or would you? Yeah, I guess you could do 10 minus 10.
Oh, yeah. I think you could.
Equals 0.
That makes sense.
Yep.
Because we have all of them. And if you take them all of them away again, it's 0.
Yeah, because a fact family is the 10, the 0, and another 10.
Right.
So if we have 10 minus 10, we'd have nothing left.
There it is.
Yeah, that's a pretty good one.
That is a good one. Oh, I like it. Almost tricked us.
It did almost trick us.
We thought it through, and we got it. All because Pippen helped us. Thank you, Pippen.
Thanks, Pippen.
Ruff. Oh.
All right, first graders, we have one more problem for you.
Cool. Here we go.
All right, so it's about apples.
I love apples.
All right, and every time we read a problem, we're going to read it twice. The first time just to read it. The second time we're going to read it to think what information we want to pull from that.
Mm-hmm.
There were 3 apples on a table. Jan put 6 more apples on the table. How many apples were there on the table in all? Show your work. There were blank apples on the table in all. Okay, so read it the first time. Let's read it again. This time I want you thinking about what information is important for us.
Thinking.
Okay, you ready?
Ready.
There were 3 apples on the table. Jan put 6 more apples on the table. How many apples were on the table in all?
Okay. So 3 apples. That's very important. That's what we're starting with. And then Jan put 6 more apples. Okay. And if we're thinking of the word more, that means we're definitely adding to it.
Okay, so you want to add because more means we have more than what we started with,
That's right.
So that we started with 3. You're saying you want to add 6.
That's right, because that would give us 6 more than 3.
Okay, and how much would we have altogether?
So 3 plus 6 would be 9.
So if we have 3 and we added 6 to that, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. And like Max says, we have 9.
Cool.
There were 9
That's a lot of apples.
all together.
Do you ever go picking apples, Mr. Teng?
Yeah, I love picking apples.
I do too. It's a lot of fun. A lot of fun.
Speaking of fun, I had a blast.
I had a blast too. And you know what else is fun? Mr. Teng, tell everybody about what's coming up in just a few weeks.
So we have our first live show coming up on November 2nd, which is in 2 weeks. We'll give you more information on next week's episode, but keep us in mind.
That's right.
November 2nd, first live show, Math Homework Helpers. Have your questions in order and give us a call.
Sounds great. I can't wait. It's going to be so much fun. All right, boys and girls, until next time, have fun with your math, and we'll see you here on Math Homework Helpers. Bye-bye.